Yo, what's good, party people? Welcome to Knicks Freestyle. Y'all know what it is. Y'all welcome my man, Free Keith. Welcome to Ghetto Intellect. We playing hurt. These storms can't stop us. We here to get it on. I was dropping some bombs backstage, you know what I'm saying, in the direction of Free Keith and the Ghetto Intellect. And I think I might have made Free Keith a little bit nervous, and I'm sorry. Right? I'm going to move out of the way, and I'm going to let my man get busy. Right? But first, I want to say this. Welcome to everybody that has been patient with us while we, kind of navigated through this little bit of stuff that tried to stop us, but we can't be stopped. Right? So thank you, everybody who's coming through. Right? We have a couple topics that we want to talk about. Is RJ Barrett a top 10 shooting guard in the NBA based on some mess from NBA Central? And also want to talk about, is Ben Simmons worth trading for? And so I introduced this thing. Does the Knicks front office have the wherewithal to pull off a major move? Welcome, Free Keith. Welcome, GI. How y'all been, brothers?
Man, I'm putting up with it. So I'm on injured reserve today, but I said I put my uniform on and suit up. Something about old bones and big snowstorm. And big rainstorms. They don't go together. But I'm gonna sit here and grin and bear it, guys, and take one. I'm absolutely taking one for the team. So it may not be my best performance, but just know I want my availability to be my best ability.
Ben.
Like, yo, I'm going Michael Jordan. This is the Michael Jordan flu game. Let's do it. I'm giving you, don't worry, I'm dropping 50 on you. Like I'm dropping 50 on you while I'm throwing up at halftime. Let's do it. Let's go.
So which topic should we address first? A Ben Simmons acquisition, or is RJ Barrett a top 10 shooting guard in the NBA?
I feel like those two are kind of like they seem like they're different conversations, but like one is very much the determinant of the other. Because like if RJ Barrett is a top 10 shooting guard in the league, who are you trading Ben Simmons for?
Right.
You trading Ben Simmons, you trading RJ out for Ben Simmons in that scenario? Because it's gonna take a Ben Simmons, it's gonna take a RJ level talent on our squad to peel at it, regardless of whether he wants to be out or not.
Right.
So I think it comes down for me is, what is RJ? What's his trajectory look like? And for me, Ben Simmons is peaked. He is, some of the big personalities in Philly is saying we signed him to a $147 million deal. We believed in him. The fans have stood by him. After this bad playoff season, after this bad playoff series, we asked for one thing for Ben: go get your game together and come back. What he did was come back and say, I want out. So it's evident Ben doesn't want to work on his shooting. It's evident Ben don't want to improve his game. He wants to get out and get somewhere with his current skill sets. And you notice he immediately picked Cali, which to the rumor mill is his problem. Because he's hanging out with the Kardashians, hanging out with this supermodel, hanging out with this supermodel, when he's really at a point in his stage. He has to get to his prime game within the next year or two. And his shooting is so bad, it's not going to happen that quick. He's probably 3 or 4 years away from a good shooter. Or from a decent shooter. You're going to pay this man, Keith, a lot of money to have a tad bit above average game, but never be an elite superstar. I'm not with it.
Yeah, I don't know how much debate we get in today, because like I personally feel like all stars ain't made the same. and all-stars don't fit on every team. I'm kind of cool on Ben, yo. Like, I like the way I like our team's attitude. I like how everybody is kind of like bought into the mission at hand. I don't see Ben as helpful to that, especially in the mind state that he's in, or at least like the optics of what it looks like. Like, it looks like he's a diva. One could make an argument that he wants out of Philly because they really didn't have his back after the playoffs when everybody was kicking his back in. They really didn't.
But they shouldn't have had his back though, Keith.
Yeah, they should have.
They couldn't get it.
Yeah, from the front office, like, yo, the front office got to have your back, bro. The optics of it, like they were on everybody else's side. Like, yeah, like, we don't know about that game. We don't know why he's not. Blah blah blah. Like, they weren't supportive. They weren't supportive. So I could kind of see probably why he's taking the stance that he's taking. I don't care if they got a lot.
I see why he's taking the stance, but Keith, it's 3 playoff series in a row, 3 years in a row.
I don't want to hear anybody talk about any of the Knicks fans who talk about Julius Randle and his one playoff performance fail. If you are the same person telling me that you want Ben Simmons, you want to trade assets for Ben Simmons, I'm going to smack you.
Real talk. Real talk. Put the gun to your head.
Because Ben Simmons is a playoff dub.
Put the gun to your head, pull the trigger.
Dub. I don't want to hear anybody talking about like, oh, Randle, hey, Ben Simmons better than Randle, blah, blah. Like, Ben Simmons is a playoff dub.
Put Julius Randle next to Joel Embiid and see what happens.
Joel definitely would definitely use him better than Ben in the playoffs.
Julius can actually stretch the floor for Joel Embiid. With Ben Simmons as his number 2, Joel has to play outside to make Ben a more efficient offensive player. That's ridiculous when you have the most dominant big man having to yield his game so that you can get in the flow. I don't know why Philadelphia. Well, I know why Philadelphia didn't, because Ben Simmons is damaged goods. And the price they want for him, in fact, the price they have to get for him to not waste Joel's years, is a ridiculous, enormous price that you can't get for damaged goods. Philadelphia, the process is officially over.
Yo, who is this Knicks? Yo, Cats is bananas. Like, how is Ben an upgrade for any player we have on the roster right now? You mean to tell me Ben right now, you trading Ben for Randle? Like, Ben better than Randle for the team right now? I'm waiting for what you call it to respond to that Knicks Nation 112, because I feel like Knicks fans have so much argument for performing Knicks players, but the same exact thing outside of the Knicks, and Ben Simmons is a must-have player. Yo, his playoff performance, which y'all all say is the most important, is trash.
The only way Ben could potentially work for us would have been in free agency. Definitely not the max extension he got. And he slides in as a 3 who plays strictly on the baseline. And then he turns around and defends like nobody's business. Because, Keith, we got to give the man his props for his defense.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying he don't fit what we got going on. Ben Simmons needs to be on a team where all the other 4 guys are shooters.
Yep, and ball handler.
That's it. This is not his situation. He's going to come here and it's going to be just as frustrating. Especially from the wing spot, we need shooters from the wing. We don't need somebody who can't shoot.
If he played the wing on us, Randle would have to be out of the paint as a primary to secondary ball handler. And at that point, Ben is the second and third option off the baseline around the rim. Now, he will turn around and defend his tail off. But the fact of the matter is, this man is looked at as an elite point guard who, in order to get the best value after Ben Simmons, you got to take the ball out of his hand. You got
For the positions that Ben would be playing on our team, we actually, as we're made up, we need shooting from those locations. The only spot, as our team is currently constructed, that we can afford to not have any shooting from, or to have a good player who can't shoot, is Mitch's location. That's it. I like Ben. I think he's a great player, but I think he's situationally great. By his own making, he can't shoot. So, like, it's only a specific situation that's really going to make him that he's going to be a super positive for. I think that if we traded the assets that we would trade for Ben,
it would cripple us.
It wouldn't even cripple us. I think at best it would be a lateral trade. At best.
Not with all them first round picks. And in 3 years, we say Ben ain't gonna get.
So you think you think they just gonna want picks? They just gonna take picks?
No.
But, yeah, I'll pick them up right now. Yeah, definitely.
No. The players that are on our team, I can accept your discussion that it would be a lateral move. What would hurt wouldn't be the players that we move for Ben.
Oh, the pick.
It would be the future picks when we realize we got to upgrade this team and nobody wants to play with Ben Simmons, making all that money on our roster and is a flawed player. Joel Embiid, guys, does not want to play with Ben Simmons. Heck, Tobias Harris went and improved his game.
Ben Simmons put out a tweet saying, kind of shooting that down though. Called him a great player. Said that is those rumors are false. That he wants to play with him. I just saw that tweet a little while ago.
Because here's the thing, Keith. Once the story leaks, you saw what happened to Brooklyn. Was stupid. Brooklyn. Let me tell you why Brooklyn did what they did. Because Kyrie went off the range. If Kyrie ain't go off the range, Brooklyn's not giving up all them assets to go and get him. So they're going to be a team desperate that has to do that to give Philadelphia what they want. And the Philadelphia first-round draft picks that they're begging for are going to be deep. They're going to be deep in the draft. You're talking about probably 20 to 30. So they ain't getting much. And the rumor is he probably will only go to an LA team. I don't think Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey gonna play that. Although Daryl Morey, he didn't trade.
Serious coaches don't want those kinds of problems, bro. And he would be a superstar. You take those kinds of diva type problems for somebody who's a superstar. I feel like Ben is a star. He's cool. He's a star, but until he finds his stroke, he's not a superstar.
Just so we're clear what we're saying, guys. And one more thing, and I want to interact with the chat because Knicks Nation 112, I believe is his name, who we've been speaking to on this. He said that Ben and Obi in the front court probably talking about at 3 and 4. I don't know where he's putting Randall, by the way.
Exactly. Like I was like, okay, it's
he
Ben.
Said that would help us out. No, our problem was scoring. Ben does not bring scoring. Gilly the kid killed this guy. He said, "Man, are you serious? For an entire series, you took 0 shots in the fourth quarter. You are our number 2 player. If Ben Simmons was on the New York Knicks taking 0 shots in the fourth quarter, we would laugh him out of New York City. Do yourself a favor, guys. Here's what I do hope that happens. So then we can get this out of our mind, because I'm cool on him too. I hope Ben Simmons gets traded for Damon Lillard. I truly do.
No. I don't want Dame. I don't want Dame on the East Coast unless he's on our team.
It's fine. It's fine for you keep Philadelphia. It's still gonna be a better team than us. Dame is
No, they're not.
31 years.
See, this is how y'all. Nah, I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all.
Hey, Keith.
That's I am saying we could go into that if you want, but like I don't think
we can agree to disagree.
Okay, let's do
But
that.
as long as a healthy Joel Embiid steps out on the court every night, that team has a chance to be really good.
I didn't say that they don't have a chance to be really good. I just don't think that they're just hands down better than us.
Until we get a player that I feel comfortable saying they can do, and maybe it don't have to be a big man because there ain't gonna be no more. It's not gonna be many more Joel Embiids. It is what it is, man. This guy does everything. He is Karl Anthony Towns on complete crack. He just is immature and can't stay healthy. But with that said, when we get a player
those are for real things, though.
They are, and I hope the player that we get isn't as damaged as Joel Embiid. But boy, when you watch that boy play ball, Keith, there's just nobody on our team that does what he does as easy.
I feel you, but like, there's nobody on our team that does what Randall does, and like, it was easy enough. It was easy enough for the Hawks to just focus in on him and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cats act like the Sixers like are like ball busters. Like, shut down Embiid. You gonna let Tobias Harris beat you?
Yeah, because you know Ben ain't gonna beat you.
Because you know Ben ain't gonna score. So like, all you gotta do is stand in the paint. There go Ben. There go Ben. Like, it's let Tobias Harris beat you. And like, you see Randall shooting last second shots on Tobias Harris right in his face. So like, cats ain't scared. I'm just saying, like, I don't see any team as being such a behemoth powerhouse that we should be like, that we should feel like, oh, the team is definitely better than ours. Not one.
Guys,
we got a chance. I feel like we got a chance against everybody.
Somebody said Ben Simmons, I think it was is a superstar. I don't where?
Yeah, that was Knicks Nation. He said Ben. Somebody said that Ben is a superstar. I saw it too, and I disagree with that. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Where? The thing about Ben is, and I agree with Knicks Nation for this, Ben Simmons don't even need a 3-point shot. He just need a mid-range game. If Ben Simmons got a mid-range game, he would immediately be looking more like Kevin Durant than anything else, because forget that Kevin Durant's deep ball, his mid-range game, Chris Middleton, he would be right there. If he got a mid-range that was shot at 60%, he'd be right there with Chris Middleton. He'd be right there with
of course. See, here's the thing,
right there with Durant, minus the 3-point shooting that those guys can bring.
Yo, I dig that. Like, that's dope. But it puts us right back. Like, to me, he's the next level elf. You know what I'm saying? Like, we having the same conversation at now the next level. Like,
I can't do that. I can't. LP is my man, but I can't do that. Next level.
He's the next level. It's the same issue. It's just that Ben is a better player, but it's the same issue. If Elf could shoot, cats wouldn't have the problem they have with Elf. Period. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
But he can't.
If Ben Simmons could shoot, he'd be an elite. He'd be a superstar.
Yeah, but
it would be Embiid leaving that team before he left that team.
Yeah, but if Ben Simmons got to play next to Julius Randle, he would get more time in the paint. It can't get all that time in the paint with Joel, because you can't have Joel standing outside.
Yeah, but then okay, I dig that, but like, so now you're forcing Randle to be purely a perimeter player.
Yes.
I think that's wrong. Like, because now
I don't want to do that.
You're cutting off half his game, though. Like, you're cutting off half. Like, because what I want to do is I want to stretch the floor with Evan. I want to stretch the floor with Evan and with Kemba, and with RJ, hopefully. But I want to stretch the floor and give Randall room to work on the interior. Very few cats can handle Randall one-on-one. And Kemba got to be double-teamed. Evan's going to have to be double-teamed. I think this year, RJ's going to have to be double-teamed. You give Randall some space, 1v1. Who is handling Randall 1 versus 1 in the paint? That's what I want to see. If Ben could shoot, come on down. But he can't. So now I'm making room for 2 people now. And I gotta force Randall. I gotta force Randall to solely be a perimeter player. I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea at all.
If Ben could shoot, Philadelphia would be trying to figure out how they can extend him. Versus
if Ben could shoot, Philadelphia would have won the chip. They'd be sitting with a Larry O'Brien right now if he could shoot, and not this year. Probably the year before or the year after. I mean, the year before that, they would have had a chip. Any of his playoff blunder years, they would have had a chip if he could shoot, even from like mid range.
Yeah. The conversation in Philadelphia is, how the heck did we not waste the Joel Embiid years? They ain't talking about the Ben Simmons years. They like, how do we not waste the Joel Embiid years? Ben Simmons will be moved. The problem is teams are smart now. They're not getting star happy. Usually, team Ben Simmons, a guy like Ben Simmons come available, these other small market teams start losing their mind. Teams are like, we won them, but we understand the value of these draft picks too. Because these players is coming into the NBA more ready than ever now. I think every draft is going to be deep from here on out. I truly do. The game is just on the trajectory, and guys is in the gym. COVID, they went in the gym. Things are different now. Things are different. So I don't know, man. But I think from this panel, from the Knicks Freestyle perspective, you guys not gonna get us to buy in on Ben Simmons. But the article popped yesterday. We wanted to be relevant on the channel, so Ben Simmons was a topic. How he fit with the Knicks, I thought we needed to address it. If you want, we could segue into the RJ Barrett thing, which we kind of touched on, because my position is this.
Cats acting like being a great player is one thing, but like a great player, that don't mean you fit into every situation. I see State already start chirping it's not about just grab every good player. Ben is a good player. Let's grab him. He's not good for our situation. He's not. From the spots that he's going to play for our situation, we need a shooter. We need shooting from, if he's going to play the point guard, we're going to need shooting from there. If he's going to play the 3, we need shooting from there. So, we don't have the room to just have another Mitch on the court. I'm not in favor of trading for Ben, not because he's a bad player, but because the assets that we're going to have to move to get him does not validate. He doesn't add enough for that. We're going to have to get rid of some of our shooters to get this non-shooter on the team. Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. It's just dumb. We've been trying to get to this point right now for years.
And all Tibbs was looking for this summer was shooting. That's it. That's all he wanted was shooting.
I thought somebody on this panel, and maybe I'm wrong, but somebody on this panel said they needed a 6'9" wing guy on. Somebody said that. Hey,
yeah, that's Ben. That's Ben's makeup all day. That's you. I see why you pro Ben.
No. I wanted a 6'9" 3-and-D guy. Ben Simmons is a 7-foot, decent handles, great speed, get to the bucket on his own. But in half court,
is he not the best defender you've ever seen?
At the guard position for his size, is pretty good.
Is he not Scottie Pippen-esque on defense?
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. Somebody on this video video panel said they wanted a 6'9" defender that could defend on the wing.
No.
Hey,
I said I
Freaky,
want
don't back off this right now. Did Freaky say that, Freaky?
Knicks Nation, we already got people replacing Elf. So what you're saying is you want Ben to come and replace the people that we're replacing Elf with, right? Because it doesn't make any. Who are we moving for Ben? Elf is gone already. Who are we moving for Ben? Who are we trading for Ben? And whose position is he taking?
Nobody, because your front office.
Nobody.
Your front office doesn't have the mental makeup. They're not tough enough to lock in and do a trade like this.
To do a trade, they're not dumb enough. You mean?
No, they're not tough.
They're not dumb enough because like for them to do this trade, you're losing. You're probably losing RJ. You're losing probably maybe another young cat quick that people like IQ or some joint like that. Now we losing mad shooting. In addition to whatever picks first round picks they throw in, so we're losing shooters to bring this dude into the fold and take whose position? You gonna take RJ's spot? So now he's in the lineup. He's in the lineup where it's Kemba, Evan, Ben, Randall, and Mitch. That sound cool on paper.
That's very cool on paper.
That sound cool on paper.
That
sound cool on paper. That sound cool on paper. I'm telling you, I just don't.
I'm just saying, what guy on your roster right now is going to guard Giannis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Trae Young?
Tibbs.
Yeah, but you couldn't. But I agree with you, Freeze. But you couldn't trade all your assets to bring that guy in to do that.
If it was like a Kemba situation, like they just wrote him off, and like we picking up somebody for change and some spare. Merry Christmas.
He wouldn't pick the Knicks. He wouldn't pick the Knicks. He'd pick one of the LA teams. Let me address the homie Gregory Castillo. First of all, Gregory, I cannot express how loyal you are to the network, and I'm glad you brought that loyalty over to Knicks Freestyle. Appreciate you much. But yeah, my position, Gregory, was if we bring Oubre in as a free agent.
Oh God, Oubre.
He adds. Now, I think I underestimated how much, I overestimated his shooting, but I'm still fearful. But here I am now. Here's where I am. Let's segue. This is going to segue us into the RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is about to prove his worth to the New York Knicks on the defensive end next year. He's going to do some stuff on the defensive end next year and continually improve his offense to where you say he's going to actually start to look like Scottie Pippen. And I hope that happens for the young man. If that happens, I know we're only a 6'9", amazing wing away, as well as a long-term point guard. I don't know that we solved our long-term point guard, but I still think we got to need to bring in the 6'9" superstar to take us to the championship.
I'm not mad at him on the Knicks. I am mad. I do not want to trade the assets that it would take to get him.
Right, I feel you. I feel you. When I was looking at Porsche Cayenne in Charleston, dude was like, hey man, such and such. And I was like, it come with all this? He was like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know if I want to pay all of that for that. And he was like, well, you are not a Porsche driver. And I was like, yep. And I got back in my Saturn and said, c'est la vie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you on Free Keith. Free Keith is scared, like a lot of Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not scared. If I thought it was worth it, I would do it. Like, would I trade those same assets for Embiid? Yeah. I just wouldn't trade it for Ben.
Bro, okay. So let me address the super chatter platter just real quick.
Yeah, address the super chat, because you can't address me because you know I'm right.
You right.
Yeah, address State.
State, thank you for the super chatter platter. Knicks should trade for Ben Simmons, but I don't mind him on the Knicks. Our team is still 2 years away from being 2 years away. Have patience. And Anthony D says he's afraid of the rim. Trey, 29 points, 11 assists against him. The beige Philly stopper. Yeah, okay. The State also says there's no trade for RJ Barrett. He's untradeable, right? I feel you. What I'm saying is, I'm not trying to throw fuel on the fire. What I'm saying is just two things I want to add, because I understand where y'all coming from. I was listening, the whole time. I just wanted to throw this out there just to get it. So, for one, I don't feel like this front office has the backbone to do a major move. They don't. They are the play it safe front office, and you've seen it, right? They are at 19. They got so nervous about picking the next Kevin Garnett that they traded to pick the Charlotte for next year. They're, oh my goodness! What if he don't turn into Kevin Garnett? And so they was like, instead of taking a risk, they traded to pick the Charlotte, right? This front office, the rumor was at the trade deadline was the Knicks could trade for Lonzo Ball at the trade deadline, and they were so nervous about the assets, about the first round pick that wound up being Quentin freaking Grimes, that they didn't they didn't make the move. They traded, they did not do a move for Lonzo Ball because they were nervous that they would move out, lose out on a chance to draft what eventually was Quentin freaking Grimes. They don't have the backbone to make major moves, bro. So just
because somebody's plan isn't your plan, why is it that they don't have the backbone for it? Like, that sounds kind of greasy. Like, that's almost like saying, like, oh, you didn't make a move you made a different move than I would have made, and because you didn't make the move that I would have made you weak. Like, that sounds very I don't even know what the word is. So the only way for them to make strong moves is to make the moves that you feel like
that sounds very Game of Thrones-ish from Uncle Freezy, right? I feel
that's not even Games of Thrones-ish. That just sounds like my way or the highway. If you don't do the things that I think you should do, then you did the wrong things.
No, bro, but what I'm saying is, look at it in real time. I'm talking about in real time, like at the trade deadline. This is what we thought. Now we can look back with revisionist history and say a certain thing, but at the time, the Knicks needed point guard depth. And
okay.
They did not trade for point guard depth. The problem manifested itself in the playoffs against the Hawks. We did not have depth at that position. We lost to the Hawks. We forget about that, right? Because now we have Quentin Grimes.
Also, Mitch was out. Also, and I honestly think that was a big deal. Right. I know cats don't think that would, but like Mitch has actually changed the game just being on the floor against the Hawks during the whole season.
I need to hear Lonzo Ball, which you probably won't because he'll probably, it takes away from his signing in Chicago. But I need to hear Lonzo Ball say, I really wanted to be in New York. But you're
not going to hear that.
Right.
I know. But until I hear that, I can't buy into.
But we all know that he wanted to be in New York.
I don't know that. I'm not comfortable with that.
He wanted to be in New York.
Yeah, but I'm not comfortable with that because I would have to hear it. I'm not comfortable that that's the case because there wasn't a lot of buzz. He didn't have many options. That sign and trade was done very quick. It was like they was working on that well before. And so
it didn't seem like there was a lot of options.
Right. Well, we don't.
When you're a free agent and you get signed in trade, you don't go on no free agent tour like what Melo did. Hell, Melo came back and signed with us, but he went on a big tour. We didn't know what he was going to do. Lonzo ain't going on no tour. He ain't visited no bunch of places. He went from New Orleans to Chicago very early in the trade. Very early in the
Yo, G-Man, stop using our show to try to pump up your show, man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
So G-Man for life, thank you for the super chatter platter. He said, salute, brothers. Love the show. If you want more of this great content, tune in tomorrow at 6:30.
Get out of here, yo.
Like to the hit YouTube show, the Pod Couple.
I'm trying to poach our viewers. Get out of here.
Well, there's one good podcaster named my big brother G-Man. The other guy is just riding coattails and getting a free check. Hopefully, at some point,
at least G-Man trying to work for his dinner.
Yeah. Hopefully, at some point, Cornerstone Kev will step up and make his coin. Because again, I am available on Wednesdays at 7:30 and Thursdays at 6:30.
I will pop up on their show just to do promos.
Hey man, so what they don't realize is we'll just jump on a joint like Roddy Piper used to bust in on Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But to just to speak to what Free Keith was saying, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this front office is clearly playing it safe because they don't want to slide backwards. They want to get this team out of the lottery.
Or their vision is well beyond yours.
Nah, man. That's
impossible.
No,
that's impossible,
Freeze.
right?
That's
impossible.
Nah, Freeze, come on now. You got to trust.
That's impossible. Like it's impossible that their vision could be a little bit further than what you're thinking.
I will let you assess their execution. But you got to trust.
You think the Kimber deal was just done overnight, last minute? Let's go ahead and raise our hands if we believe that one. That it didn't take some planning, and like cats didn't know, and still kept it low out of the media that a 4-time All-Star was going to get released and walk on to the.
Bro,
that happened last minute. That wasn't part of no extended plan. You think?
You know what?
Maybe a reason why they didn't go for LaMelo. Maybe you think.
I'm gonna be reasonable.
You think?
I'm gonna be reasonable. Because I found the avenue to support Free Keith on this. When I heard it last week, to me, it was off the rocker. But what I will give him this week is that there's no incentive for OKC to cut him if they know he's going to go sign somewhere for $1 million. And most players that get cut, like Thompson, right? Who was not Thompson? Who's the center for that signed with? Did he go to the Lakers or Brooklyn? Was the man that was in Cleveland? We kept talking about.
Cats wanted him too. I know you're talking about Drummond.
Andre Drummond got bought out and signed for $2 million. Kimber got bought out and signed for $8 million. And I think I can see the Knicks saying, "OKC, listen, if you cut him, go talk to him." Because we can't talk to him and say, listen, the Knicks will sign you for $8 million if we cut you tomorrow. So I do trust with Free Keith, and that would make us happy. That's less money that we're eating. You're leaving some on the table. The Knicks is picking some up for us, and we'll pick some up. It's the three,
and all of that didn't happen last minute.
I think that could happen.
No, I'm saying all of it didn't happen last minute.
No. That's what I'm saying. No,
Cats turn around and act like, why didn't we take LaMelo in? Why didn't we sign LaMelo? Like this, that. Like, yo, Cats had a plan, brother. Now we got point guard depth.
You mean Lonzo?
Out of nowhere, we now have point guard depth.
You mean Lonzo, right? Not LaMelo. LaMelo wasn't a free agent.
I mean Lonzo, my fault.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, wow, now all of a sudden we got point guard depth. We didn't have that when we were talking about like thirsting over Lonzo. We didn't have that when it was just Elf. But wow, they had a plan, and look at us now. Look at us coming into this season. We got a 4-time All-Star who's still serviceable. We got the youngest All-Star in MVP in the youngest MVP in NBA history. Wow, we're doing some things, and we got some young stunner point guards behind them too. All of that, and wow, with no planning. That's weird. That's weird. They didn't have a plan, but yet we still got mad point guard depth. That's weird. I wish I could understand how they did that.
He's bringing it tonight, Uncle Freeze. I can't lie. He's bringing it. He's bringing it tonight, yo. Right. And without passion, because the rain got some of his passion.
They literally have a 4-time, still serviceable All-Star that they paid $8 million for, that OKC is actually footing the tab for to play on our team.
Right.
Wow, that's a lot of good luck. That's a lot of
And
good
I gotta keep it
a
a buck
lot
too.
of good luck. Wow.
There's a Derrick Rose highlight reel out there in the New York Knicks uniform.
I watch it every day. Day.
I guess my memory is not as long as because I'm like, ooh. I mean, if they go out there, he make it up the court fast, and they start looking for Randall, like, oh, okay, that's just Rose. Leave him over there. Rose looking around like, oh, they're not coming to help you, fam. Boom,
it's about to be different this year. Y'all saw playoff Rose?
I saw him limping.
Y'all saw playoff Rose?
I saw him limping off the court.
Yeah, it's about to be different. It's about to be real different this year, yo. Right. Why? Yo, you know what?
No.
I gotta say it live on wax. Cause something in me. Cause I want Cat to hold me accountable. I want the smoke. 54 wins.
Wow.
3rd seed or better. Let's do it. Hold my hand to the fire. I could take the smoke. But just know, I'm gonna be unbearable if I get my prediction. I'm gonna be unbearable. Oh, y'all fake subliminal fans.
By the way, G.I.'s wife just bought him personalized New York Knicks license plates. I just put them on today.
That is fire, bro. That's
salute to the wife. Good call.
That's fire.
Good call.
I can't tell everybody what it is, or they'll dox me.
Don't even do that. Come on, man. We from New York. Like, there's limits, bro. There's limits. Right. And they can't have cats popping up at your crib. Nah,
bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's some Midwest stuff like that. We can't get caught slipping like that out here.
Right. and so I don't know how much time we got left, man, because of scheduling and all that stuff. But what I will say though is this: I really believe in this team. My stance on Ben Simmons in the front office is not one that I doubt that the front office can put together a competent team. But I believe this front office does not want to leave office with a bad reputation. I think they are interested in having a good legacy, and if playing it safe, if going to the club and doing a 2-step all night keeps you on the dance floor, then 2-step all night. But there are other front offices that can dance, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If you're saying that they're 2-step, like, see, the problem that I have that you're making is it almost sounds like what you're saying is that the moves that they're making are like pedestrian. It's not like they actually like are wringing their hands and making like low impact moves. Cats hate. Leon traded for D Rose last season. Cats hated that. It wasn't a big enough move. They wanted something bigger. Then what did Rose come and do? He came and he had a huge impact. Like, these cats are going for low risk, high reward situations, bro. You gotta salute that.
So is that not safe? So that's not safe?
That's not playing it safe. There's a risk involved with picking up Rose. There's a risk involved with picking up Kemba. What do you mean, bro? Then they only mitigated that risk by having OKC pay his bill for him to be here.
Keith,
we still got to roll our dice on Kemba's knees. We haven't seen it yet. Yeah. I think that it's going to be fine, but we ain't seen it yet. There's risk all around us, brother.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Kemba's knees, I'm glad you brought it up. 11 back-to-backs. We got 11 back-to-backs this season.
That's fine.
We got some of the
depth. We got point guard depth. I don't even care if a cat get injured. We got point guard depth. I'm cool.
Right.
Maybe I get to see more. I get to see more Grimes.
Your depth is unproven because both of them will have a hard time on the road playing back-to-back. Both Rose and Kemba.
Like, it's gonna be IQ is gonna be fighting to get minutes behind Rose and and Kemba, right? And there's still two serviceable cats like who are rookies behind IQ. Like I feel like they mitigated the risk so much. I feel like it's applaudable, and nobody is looking at how they actually formulated this point guard depth situation.
Yeah, but when the risk though is taking on a long contract and don't work out. So
we got
that's
a multi-year all-star
that's the risk.
behind.
That's the risk they made.
But it's low reward. But that was me speaking to Freezy saying that they just made safe moves. They didn't. These are risks, bro. These are major risks. They just did it in a way that if they don't pan out, like they've created safeguards, which I don't think that anybody.
The only thing that we disagree on being a major risk is signing Kemba to a long-term deal and thinking that his knees will make it. Signing Kemba for 1 year,
2 years.
It's not a big risk.
2 years.
I think he only has 1 year deal. $8 million 1 year.
No. It's 2 years.
I think the second year is
16. It's 2 years.
The second year might be a team. See what the chat's saying.
Thank you, G-Man for life.
First of all, real quick.
He says, great show, guys. Keep doing your thing. Love your content. You can see more great content tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern Time with the Pod Couple.
Oh, come on. What I told you about promoing on our show.
Real quick, guys. I'm gonna have to cut out in a few, but I just want to give a shout out to Julian Bloom, Stephadon, Rogelio Cooper, of course, Gregory Castillo. I appreciate you so much. Infamous New King, you always in the building. Allah Wise, what's up? Quiet Money.
Allah Wise.
Yo, thanks for making us think today. I think I said Julian Broom. Definitely Anthony D, big bro. Yo, you always showing love. You are the best. Kareem Adolphus, what's up, homie? The Nick Ewing, what it do? Professional outfit. We appreciate you. G Robinson, Jay Williams, yo, Danny Landis. I can't do the Knicks morning drive like I want to because quarantine is over. To see you up there filling in the gaps, man, I appreciate you so much, Danny Landis. God bless you. Andre Bryant, what it do? Woodshed 1914. Phi Beta Sigma is the life, Blue.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You gotta shout my frat brother out. Relax, bro. Relax. I think
I'll let y'all live. I'll let y'all live.
Naruto Goku. What up, homie? And I got everything else. I am the ghetto intellect, and I am blessed to stand next to the brains of this operation, Free Keith. Listen, we ain't afraid of the smoke. Maybe sometimes we should fall back a little bit, but listen, we're not going to do that. We're going to bring it. I'm looking forward to. So what we doing? The day training camp opens up, we suited and booted? Training camp?
Not training. Guys, I was going to say preseason, but if you want to do training camp, cool.
We could talk behind the scenes, but guys, we only got another month of this relaxed look, man.
Because we taking this season, we're about to take this season serious.
Yeah, we're about to.
Knicks is on a new page.
As soon as the players get in camp, start getting serious, you're going to see this network, specifically this show, be serious. We're coming professional, man. We coming in the studio suited and booted. You know, we want to make sure that
I ain't even taking no take seriously unless they coming from somebody in a collared shirt.
That's it. Say if you out
here, a serious
you out here ripped jeans and t-shirts, that's 6:30 on Thursdays. When you come on Wednesday,
6:30 on Thursday. That's the poverty podcast. when you on here,
if you're looking for some professionally educated men with real careers, you know what I mean?
and
with
still down to earth, pull up. Pull up.
With credit score,
Shannon
with
Sharp
credit
don't got
score.
nothing on me.
You know what I mean?
Like Shannon Sharp and the Hood Skip Bayless, y'all got nothing for us, yo. Nothing. Nada. Nada. I'm waiting for the Freezy Awards. I'm waiting. Just go ahead and ship us our joint, yo. Just keep that joint shiny. Shine that up before you send it out to the kids.
So yeah,
I knew that was gonna get you back. I knew that was gonna get you back.
Yeah. Hey man.
So again, I'm happy to be a part of this network, man. Just again, thank you for continuing to let me cam up. That's all I got tonight. GI out.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, everybody, thank you for being patient with us tonight. This is a one-off situation, storms and all that stuff. So thank you for rocking with Knicks Freestyle. A lot of intensity in short bursts. That's about what we expect, man. The intensity is for real out here. Knicks Freestyle, you ain't gonna get this nowhere else. And I'm not gonna say other cats are scared to do it this way. But you notice there's only one Knicks Freestyle. So there's only one, you know what I'm saying? There's only one Knicks Freestyle. You can't duplicate it. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out and clone a GI or a Free Keith. These guys are originals. So thank you to everybody that watched. Thank you to GI and Free Keith for being troopers and coming through, stomping through anyway. You know what I'm saying? Despite circumstance, man, I appreciate it. You know, I love the fact that y'all, man, did y'all thing today, man, bro. It mean a lot to me and to Knicks fans all over the world that watch this spot. Everybody, thanks again for tuning in. We're gonna let y'all go. We'll holler at y'all next week, 6:30. If the ox, as long as everything straight, we'll be here. So we'll holler at y'all next week, y'all. Peace.
Only problem is 7:30 is our show. 6:30 is the other dude, but that's okay.
7:30. I'm sorry. 7:30. 7:30. 7:30. Y'all heard GI. 7:30. All right.